So there was an Action 5 Pro firmware update, and I know that you guys love firmware update videos, so I thought I'd stop everything that I'm doing right now and tell you all about it.
Mr. Black.
So here are the actual updates, and I love that DJI kind of sent an email out this time around, which is really handy because a lot of times you just kind of have to either watch a video like this or just randomly go on the app and see that there's a firmware update. But in case you didn't get that email, they added a new feature called timer shooting. So now you can schedule a specific recording time for the Action 5 Pro, and it'll actually wake the camera up and start recording in the preset that you have it set for. So maybe you want to capture the sunrise, but you are not a morning person. You can set that up for the sunrise. It'll turn itself on and capture that for you. Or maybe you didn't want to wait till the middle of the night for the star time lapse to start up, so you can set it for 2 a.m. and then it'll start that star time lapse at 2 a.m. They've also added FOV Boost lens mode, but that's only with their new Boost lens, which is like around $60. And with that FOV Boost lens, your field of view can be expanded to 182 degrees, providing a 26% wider field of view and 24% taller field of view. This will make your shot a lot more immersive. Like if you have it on a chest mount and you're riding a bike, you're getting a lot more action that way. Or even if like you're doing skiing or surfing, you're gonna capture a lot more with this camera. And you have to reserve the Boost lens right now. It's not actually for sale, but it looks like it's gonna be cool. And I have reserved it, so when it does come in, I'll be sure to make a video. So if you wanna see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button to this channel and also hit that like button, and YouTube will let you know when that happens. And also just a quick shout out, I actually am using a really cool little microphone, little like lav mic on a gooseneck. This is from Movo, and it's like $14, and it's really cool because I don't know, when I use the lav clipped on my shirt, it doesn't sound as good, but when I have it right there, it's like sticking out at me like a shotgun mic. So if I put the lav mic right there, this is what it sounds like, and it's a great mic, but I don't know, like something is missing whenever I listen back to it. Like maybe I'm not talking into it properly, but when I put it up, I'll put this little, put the microphone on it like that, and I just clip it here, and I can angle it up like a shotgun mic to my face. This sounds awesome, and that's a really cool little accessory if you're looking for something like that. I'll put a link down in the description so you can find it down there. Also, if you're looking for an Action 5 Pro and some other cool accessories, I'll put some of those down there, some of the best and most useful accessories for the Action 5 Pro, so check it out down there. Another big feature is they optimized Super Night mode, so now utilizes AI reduction algorithms to improve night performance under extreme low light conditions. And I was actually in a little town called Brighton, and I did this test. This was before, just walking in, you actually only get 4K 30 frames per second. And then with the update, this is what it looks like with 4K 30 frames per second as well. But now you can also take it up to 4K 60 frames per second. And this is actually where I find it to be even better, because you're getting more frames per second, and that's eliminating some of the compression that you might see on some fast movements. So it looks a lot better in my opinion, and that's awesome. That's a great new enhancement.
It's such a happening place,
And you've been,
you know?
and now you've been here. You never need to come back.
That's all there is to say about it.
And as it says extreme darkness, I will say I did a test on this as far as just looking at the updated version. So this is 30 frames per second and like very dark conditions with no lights on. But then when we put it in 60 frames per second, it's a lot darker. So in extreme light conditions, the 30 frames per second actually looks really good. So you'd want to keep it on that, like in that total darkness. But if you're like in the city, there's a lot of street lights or something like that, the 60 frames per second looks great. Another thing that they kind of quietly added was support for like DisplayPort out. So before you couldn't really do any kind of out to like a monitor or something like that. And now you can use USB-C to DisplayPort, and you can go into a DisplayPort monitor. And actually where I'm at right now, I don't have access to that, but I will be checking that out when I get home. Another quiet update is they added support for pre-recording duration. So pre-recording means it's pre-recording and then you can hit record, and it captured what was going on before it. They added 2 minutes and 5 minutes. So this can be recording for 5 minutes, and if nothing happens, it just kind of loops over itself. And then if something does happen, you've captured up to 5 minutes from when you hit the record button. And that could be very useful to a lot of people out there. Other than that, there was just some minor bug fixes. They added something with Stabilization Scenario, where you can have daily or sport. And daily makes it suitable for scenarios without too many movements, such as walking or vlogging, or you can set it on sport, which is suitable for physical activities such as cycling, running, etc. Motion blur will be removed. So I always kind of look through these things after an update to see if there's anything else they might have added, but I haven't seen anything else yet. But make sure you stay tuned because I like to make videos like this all the time. And I think that that's really cool that you can get a camera that can give you firmware updates to give you more enhancements and features as you're using it. So stay tuned for all of that and some other cool stuff happening on this channel. And if you want to see some other really cool Action 5 Pro videos, you can click one of these on the screen and I'll see you there.